Hey guys, what the heck is up? And in today's video, I'm going to be telling a story time. If you haven't read the title, this story time is gonna be my first period story time. So just a disclaimer, I talk about a lot of body parts and things. If that makes you uncomfortable, I suggest you swipe out of this video. But I know before I got my period, I really watched a lot of these videos because I was just curious. Watching these types of videos when I was younger on YouTube helped me feel more relaxed, knowing that a bunch of girls go through the same thing by getting their first period. This is my experience and my story. Without further ado, let's just get into it. So I was a late bloomer compared to all my friends, which I was really nervous about because they all were getting theirs. I'm like, wait, I still haven't got mine, which is totally okay. And so I got mine the August or summer, I don't know, I put that in quotes, summer before freshman year of high school. Where I live, we have a cabin, a family cabin that is about 2 hours away from our house. And that weekend I was going up there with me, my sister, my dad, and my dad's friend. So yeah, it was us four going up. I think it was on like a Friday or something, and then my mom and brother coming up on Saturday. And my grandparents were also up there at the time, so I grabbed my grandpa. Such a sad story. Before I left, I had noticed that I had been like spotting a little bit where the blood was kind of darker, so I was like, oh, okay. And I told my mom, and she just gave me like some panty liners and stuff, and she's like, oh, blah blah blah. Like, she didn't really think much of it. She wasn't that helpful. She just gave me some like thin little panty liners and was like, oh, like it will stop or whatever. The next morning I wake up and I'm just bleeding, and I was so stressed out because that day we were supposed to run it was like an event at our cabin where you run around the lake, and like my family is very big runners, so we were all gonna run that. I was gonna run that with my dad and my sister and his friend, and I was just panicking because I was like, oh my gosh, like I have these green running shorts I'm gonna wear and I'm bleeding and it won't stop. I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Like, everyone's gonna see. It's gonna be so embarrassing, and this is my dad and his friend. Like, it would be different if it was my mom and her friend, but it was my dad and his friend. Like, what is the luck of that? So my little sister, she didn't know what the heck was going on, and she was just sitting there like watching me and trying to help me. Mom just like crying, and I think my dad knows I'm crying. I think he like heard me crying, but like I didn't want to talk to him about it because that's just embarrassing. I texted my mom like, blah blah blah, we can't stop bleeding. And this is kind of gross, but like I was really scared because we're at a lake, okay? I'm wearing swimsuits. I was wearing like a black swimsuit, and I was just so scared that like you would be able to see it, like when I got out, like blood and stuff, which like thankfully it didn't happen. But I was just so panicked. I couldn't swim. I didn't want to tell my dad that I couldn't run. And I remember my grandma was next door. So we have like 2 cabins next to each other. We were in this cabin, she was in this cabin. So I walked over to go talk to her. I'm like, Grandma, like I got my period. And she's like, oh, okay, sweetheart, like I'm gonna go to the store with your grandpa, like I can get you some stuff. I'm like, I don't know what stuff I need. Like, I was so unprepared. Like, I did not know. Like, I was like, I don't know what I need, like, you know, because I'm swimming and stuff. Like, I didn't know what to do. At that age, tampons, like before you ever use a tampon, it's kind of scary. Just saying. At least for me, it was scary. She wasn't much help. I hope I'm remembering this right, but we had like a little hammock like on the beach, and I was sitting there just like all sad. And like I'd called my mom, like I'd talked to my mom, and she's like, just talk to your dad. I'm like, no, like I can't do it. And he just like comes over, and like he's like, so like you got your period? And I'm like, yeah, like just so sad and just so stressed out. Oh my gosh. And like he had like a little list of like things that my mom like called him and wrote down to get, like tampons and pads and Midol, which is like for cramps and stuff. And she gave me a little list, and he's like, want to go to the store? And I was like, yeah. And like I just like didn't, but like my mom like told him what happened, obviously, and I was just so embarrassed, but like he was cool about it, so that was nice. And we went to the store, just ended up getting a bunch of pads and tampons and stuff. and went back to the cabin. And then by that time, like, my mom and my brother had like come up and stuff, and my dad was really cool about the whole race thing. He just told his friend that I wasn't feeling well or something, and we didn't end up running it, thank God, because that would have been a horror story if that happened. But yeah, basically I remember that whole weekend I didn't really do much swimming because at that moment I didn't know how to use tampons, and you can't really put a pad in a swimsuit. Yeah, that was pretty much it. It wasn't too crazy, but anyways, for all you girls out there, getting your period can be very scary, but it's also kind of like exciting, I guess, because it's kind of like a milestone in like your girlhood. I don't know. But yeah, just like honestly, like if you can't talk to your mom, go to YouTube, because after I got my period I was watching YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video of like how to use things, how to do this. Like honestly, if you don't feel comfortable talking to someone, you can always like come to the internet. Just don't stress about it. It's not a big deal, and it will seem so scary. Like this is kind of TMI, but tampons, like the first time, they were scary. I was not doing it right. It hurt, which it's not supposed to hurt at all if you're doing it right, ladies. It's just like really scary, and oh, my ears itchy. Now they're just so easy. It's like you don't think about it. It's not hard. Like it gets easier with practice and stuff. Yeah, that was my first period story. I hope you all enjoyed and had something to take away from this video, or enjoyed it. I don't know. Make sure to give this video a like, comment, video request below, and subscribe. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.